Welcome back, Giant family. It is a pleasure to bring you obviously some more upgrades for the Giant, because we're always getting packages. UPS and FedEx and all them should know us by name. You know, once we get a package, y'all already know what we do. We throw it on the truck. So we've got 2 upgrades coming to you right now in this video. It is a good day outside. The sun, God, why do you do that? The sun is shining and it's a great day. It feels nice outside. It's not too cold, it's not too hot. These are things you must do on your truck, your car, anything that you got that you're building. You must do these 2 upgrades. These 2 things are a must. It prolongs your engine and just makes for a cleaner and a long-lasting truck, car, whatever you're building. The first thing, one of the things that we got going on is a catch can, and we have C&L Monster Catch Can. Now, this catch can is ginormous. I'm telling you, you'll just wait and see, and you'll really see how big this thing is. And what it does is it actually reroutes the blow-by oil that passes through the engine when it's not supposed to and dumps it in this catch can. It catches it. That's why it's called a catch can. So every now and then you'll just dump that catch can full of that nasty, oily and chunky just grime that actually circulates back into the engine, which it's not supposed to. And we're just supposed to have nice, clean, cold air going into your engine. So that allows for better fuel efficiency, and your miles per gallon should go up as well doing these 2 upgrades. So that's why I'm saying you have to do this on your car, truck, anything like that. And the good thing about it is the C&L catch can that we have here is actually adjustable for any year, make, model, truck, car, anything that you got. You just have to have enough space to put this monster catch can. But they do sell sizes that are more smaller, or medium size and stuff like that. That way you can definitely get one to protect your engine. The next upgrade that we have going on here is the S&B cold air intake with the closed box. This thing is going to look sick, I'm telling you, on the Giant. So obviously you're going to want to put these 2 things on your build. We're going to walk through sort of step by step just to show you how I'm installing it on the Giant myself. We have done a lot of installs on this truck myself. Whenever you do upgrades to a truck, well, it brings a bond, between the owner and the truck itself. I take a lot of pride in this truck. Obviously, we take it all over Texas to truck shows and things like that. No matter what you're going through, just take some time and find a hobby that you like to do, whether that's building trucks, cars, or anything like that, singing, music, whatever you got going on. And just take some time for yourself and just sit down and get really good at that. Put your head fully into something and just go full force and see how good you can get at that thing, whatever it may be. So you have not reached your potential yet, and I believe you can do it. So hopefully this week you can get one step closer to that goal that you have, and let's go ahead and define greatness in these 2 or maybe 3 upgrades that we have going on right now. Stay tuned. And one thing that I failed to mention, if you have a huge, just massive giant truck, go ahead and get yourself a nice human lift kit right here. Let's get it. Let's freaking get it, boy. If this blows my engine up, you know, we won't post the video because we're gonna be taking the engine apart and stuff. So just wish us luck. Just do that. Before we get started, we gotta open these boxes, and we're actually gonna start on the S&B filter cold air intake first. Looks like this is the main thing here with some instructions with the QR code, and then they have also got a decal or sticker in there too with some sort of polycarbonate sheet in here, and it looks like a seal. Everything is pretty well packaged in here. It's kind of everything has its own little bag or section. Everything's together. We've got fuel hoses here, and then we've got the actual filter itself right here. Inside there is the filter. This is the filter box here. So there's only one thing left to do, is to get it installed on this bad boy. I mean, it does sound good, just because, I mean, it is the Iron Giant, but I say we can get it to sound better with the cold air intake. Yeah, I think we can make it sound better. What do you think? What do you think? Put it down in the comments if you've ever done a cold air intake or a catch can. Let us know if you've done any of those upgrades and how it made your build perform. We want to hear it in the Giant family. Drop a comment. If you haven't already, check out our Instagram page at iron_giant with 2 T's. Don't forget the extra T. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell button as well to be notified every time the Giant family drops a bomb video like this one, to help you in your build and also to help you to find greatness with everybody else in the Giant family. If you want to join us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on this video if this helped you at all. If you want a Giant family decal, you already know what to do. Hit us up in the comments and in the DMs. Let us know. This mod for the S&B filter, the cold air intake, is actually adjustable to a lot of year, make, model trucks and cars and things like that. In this case for mine, a 2016 Chevy Silverado, a 1500, a 5.3 liter engine. We're gonna need these items here, that way you can work with me through it. Just an extension, a ratchet here. We're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead to pop some of those little the paneling off, a T15 bit as well. There you go. Oh, look at that, look at that. And then we're gonna need a 10mm socket, an 8mm socket, and a 1/4 inch socket. And then I just have an adapter for that T15 bit as well, just in case we need the ratchet for it and we can't use just our normal, you know, hand torque tool. And for safety precautions, make sure that you unplug the battery. That way we don't get blown up. We don't want to get exploded. Alright guys, so now after we're done with the uninstallation of the stock and nasty filter, you know, because we don't like stock stuff, then we're actually taking out the SMB filter, so go ahead and take a look at it. Here it is. It's in bubble wrap and everything like so. What we're doing is we're actually putting all these seals on the side of the box, that way we can get the max airflow, and you can tell how huge the intake is. You can take a look at all the specs from SMB, their website, and if you need some good upgrades for your truck, go ahead and check out americantrucks.com. They should have a list of everything that is specifically for your truck as well. I believe they ship out as well, so but check them out if you haven't already. Obviously we don't like stock trucks, so we're taking out this stock nasty, you know, intake thing, you know, like they probably bought this off of, you know, from the dollar store and just put it in the Chevy, you know, just cause you know, efficiency and just, you know, all that stuff. Alright guys, so obviously we finally finished the install for the cold air intake by SMB. So there's only one thing left to do, which is to start this bad boy and see the difference. So let's go. Don't forget the logo, because you know everybody likes stickers. So we're gonna throw this on our cooler because it doesn't match the color for our back, for the back window. It doesn't match the color, so we'll use this for the cooler. So let's go ahead and crank this bad boy up and see what he sounds like now. Oh, okay, okay. There we go. Hear a little whistle in there too. The last thing that we got to do is install this monster catch can from C&L. There we go. And as you can see, this thing is like the size of my hand. I mean, almost even bigger than that. You can see in there. That little window actually will let us know when this device is full, and then we can drain it out the bottom with this little drain part right here. Boom. And as soon as you take that out, then it pressurizes the top. That way basically all the gunk and all that can just exit out the bottom. With the kit, they come with this right here, which is a drain tube. That way you can just hook it up real quick, either leave it on there or you can just hook it up just to drain it. All the couplings that you need, and like I said from before, this kit is actually adaptable for any year, make, and model. So that's why they have all these fittings, the T couplings, all that kind of stuff, and your mounting brackets, which are these big metal brackets here also. Then it comes with the actual catch can itself, and then a bunch of tubing, because you can actually use this tubing and replace your factory tubing. In this case, we actually have new tubing that we just put on that came with the SMB cold air intake. So right now we're probably going to put this catch can somewhere where it's easily accessible, so that that drain tube can drain just straight out the bottom, and we can take care of that real easily. So it'll probably go on the driver's side because we have more space since we did that 3-inch body lift. So some of the contents inside the truck actually went down about 3 inches, leaving us a big open space in there too. Let's go ahead and get this catch can installed right now. Let's go. And the good thing is I didn't even rip a glove while I was doing all this. Normally I have to go through like 2 or 3 pairs of gloves because they always rip, but I didn't, because we got to keep our hands clean, because we got to go to the freaking gym after this and get these gains. Boom. That's how you install some stuff on the truck. So we've got our SMB cold air intake finally installed on this bad boy. It looks pretty freaking good. Check it out. This right here actually takes the clean air after it's filtered in here, takes the clean air through here and deposits it back into the engine. That way there's no oil and there's no hard particles or anything like that, the grime, that's all going to be caught in this catch can, hence the name catch can. Yeah, see what we did there? It wasn't my idea. So anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a little window in there where you can see it has a little bobber thing that once it fills up, it'll come up to the surface and it'll say full. That way we know we can go ahead and drain it, and you can just do it with your oil. That way it's just easier to take care of. Now if you do get a smaller catch can, what you're probably gonna have to do is change it out more often than this one. Since this is a monster can, it has so many liters that it can basically collect before we have to dump it. We'll probably try to dump it maybe the first 1,000 miles just to see how much it collected. The cold air intake, I would say, takes about 40 minutes or so to install that. Obviously it's going to take longer for us to do it because we're running the camera, so that would take about 40 minutes. not bad. And then the catch can, if you have a stock engine, that would take about probably the same amount of time, 40 minutes or so, just to get that fully installed. Now, we did run into some issues with that catch can just because we just put in the cold air intake, and with the SMB cold air intake, it comes with different tubing, which is different, but both kits come with extra tubing. So we just had a little hiccup, and then we just had to use the catch cans tubing to take care of it, because there's little size differences. But anyway, long story short, we got it fixed and we got it set. This thing's looking nice. We finally start touching things under the hood other than running wires, things like that. So, but the Giant's coming together. All we have left to do is put these little tacks back in and call it a day. Once again, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button to be notified every time the Giant family drops another video, and hit that like button if this helps you out in any sort of way in installing either of these two upgrades yourself, or just getting to know what's under the hood and things that you can do for maybe in the future. Also, drop a comment down below if you've done one of these two things, a cold air intake or a catch can, on your build that you're building right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and define greatness. I hope you have a great week. See ya.